Hey guys, and welcome back to the Conjoint Coalition. Today I'm excited to bring you a brand new series to this channel, and it will be called the Viewer Requested Gameplay Experience. And that basically entails you guys commenting what aircraft to fly, and I have, carefully combed through all the comments and I've picked some reasonable choices. You guys have got a good taste, I won't lie. And so for the first one, we will be flying the F4E Phantom, as suggested by, sorry if I butcher your name, Akuma Kazunori, something like that. Unfortunately I don't have the F4S because I have the majority of US air vehicles. I don't think it would be, financially sensible for me to get a premium such as that. But to be honest, since I've last played the Phantom, I did not enjoy it at all, but with the the recent discoveries in my ability in the air now, I actually am starting to appreciate it a lot more. For example, when I first flew this plane, I didn't realise that aircraft had the system augmented stability, so SAS damping, etc. But now that I've utilised it, I enjoy it way more than when I did previously, flying it without knowing the abilities that it can have. And to be honest, the airframe is actually kind of decent, especially with the Agile Eagle upgrade. It's able to, handle itself in a 1v1 situation. But yeah, here you'll see kind of a situation where I will engage an aircraft where he is unsuspecting. So, I spot him. The aircraft doesn't actually have a pulse Doppler mode on its radar, so you're very limited in situational awareness. So I just fly low to the ground and hopefully pick up some targets through visual reference. He flares there.
Keep it up and victory will be ours.
I'm sorry.
It has the 20mm rotary cannon. Get a nice hit there. And now there you go, target destroyed. And now we'll move on to something where the enemy knows of my position and see what it can do. I see at least two aircraft to my left, so I turn into them. There's a MiG-21 right there. I was about to turn into him, but I last second see another aircraft, so I don't want to have anyone on my 6 when I engage, so I decide to go for the second target here. It's quick decisions like that that can really affect the tide of battle. That merge is one of those ones where he definitely spots you, and now he's immediately trying to do basic flight maneuvers to try and outwit me, I guess. But at this point I'm in a very comfortable position. I just make sure I stay behind him, manage throttle, don't want to go too fast either, so he can force an overshoot on me. Did you see that? For a split second I looked over my nose rather than looking through my gun sight. The fact that I have this sort of instinct to know where the target's going to be, and all I can do is focus on the movement of the aircraft, knowing that it's going to position eventually into my gun. I just literally, for a split second, peek over the nose, then move to the gun sight, then shoot. That's unreal. I can't believe that. Now lastly, for the Phantom anyway, we will be in a bit of a furball situation. There's a lot going on, so I'll try and break it down for you. Obviously I saw, targets of opportunity, but as you can see, during this furball, things start to go sideways. You don't really know what's going on. It's really not the best situation to be in. And as you can see, I look behind me and I already spot the target. Tunnel vision is, a huge problem with some people. Just looking back can really, it can save your life, really. So don't always just focus on the target in front of you, as seen before.
Let's keep the pressure on.
I am actually at this point trying to force a 2 circle, but with the way he's, you know, the closure that he's getting, you know, he's kind of getting close, that I'm not really comfortable with, you know, trying to maintain a 2 circle here. So I tried to explore other options. You know, I'm kind of trying to bleed more energy at this point, see if I can get him even closer, which will then force an overshoot. Which, you know, he's getting very close now. The closure, close range and high closure can force an overshoot really well. And as you can see, he went behind me. I didn't actually see that initially, but I used audio cues there. You know, I heard him fly past. He J's out. I have a feeling he was slightly embarrassed about that because, you know, he was behind me for so long. But GG anyway, I'll take it as a kill. Now, moving on to our second vehicle of the video. Assassino22 Full says, "Hey Conjoint, could you make a video on the Mirage IIIE? Awesome content as always." Well, thank you, man. That really means a lot. And I've actually realised that you've been watching my videos for at least a year, so I just can't thank you enough. And hopefully I can do this aircraft justice for you today. So the basic rundown for the Mirage IIIE is that, you know, it gets the magic ones, which are quite superb in its BR bracket anyway. It's very limited, as in it doesn't have the fuel tank, which means it's very limited in its operational range. So, you know, you're often finding yourself, you know, in maybe 1 or 2 fights maximum, then you have to RTB. But, you know, what it can do is dogfight really well. You know, it's a delta wing, so if you are, you know, if you prefer the 1 circle, then yeah, it can absolutely dominate in that field. But, you know, if you don't play too aggressive, you can manage your speed and, you know, successfully pull off a 2 circle. That right there, what you just saw, was me holding off, thinking that was an enemy. You know, sometimes it pays to be a bit patient because, you know, that friendly can now carry on doing what he needs to do. Some of you will recognise this view as we're flying past it. How you feel about this location, I'll leave up to your interpretation. Now, as I'm following these targets up ahead, I see 2 of them. Looks like the friendly got the kill there. It looks like a nearby enemy has spotted that incident, as did I, but he goes for my friendly instead, not being aware of my position so far. I overestimate the ability of the magics in this situation, but not to worry, we still are in a decent position, a comfortable position to be in. Yeah, for the time being, I'm just making sure I have enough speed. That's the least I can do at this point. Don't want to be pulling fully. But, you know, I guess that's a maneuver kill, a bit of a weak one. This is one of those instances where a jet just takes forever to take down. I was following this guy for an embarrassingly long time. Goes down there, very satisfying. Now for our final aircraft of today. Biskiz1793 says, "That was nice to watch. Do you think you can get kills in sim with the MD157 with only 120 20mm rounds?" Well, thank you for the nice comment. I'm glad you enjoyed, and also a very interesting choice of aircraft. You know, you're giving me a slight disadvantage here with very limited ammunition. But, you know, I'm always up for the challenge, so thank you. This is a very good choice. I don't really have a reference for this aircraft. I don't know it too well historically and in-game. I managed to spade this aircraft just by, you know, having a go, seeing what it can do.
Returning to the base.
But really, instead of knowing what the aircraft can do, I kind of just stick by the, you know, the dogfighting fundamentals, Try not to do anything too drastic. But you know, I swoop down here. Target is unsuspecting. Looks like there was 2 aircraft there that just merged. Obviously I kept tabs on the second guy. Definitely teammates, you know, wingmen. He used blue smoke there to help his teammate identify him. So this means that these guys are in communication, and I will be, you know, at a significant disadvantage playing against 2 aircraft that have comms. It's just a different element altogether. But you know, I have to end this quick, and I'm in a difficult situation again with the limited ammunition. I have to be very careful with what I can do. Now you can see the tracers going past, so you know, really I need to end this. You know, the next engagement has got to be a kill, otherwise it's basically game over for me. Shot that guy's wing clean off. Immediately look behind me, and there he is. I go into a flat spin here, intentionally, might I add. So now he overshoots. Immediately go for the recover. Now I'm in a good position to get behind him, but I need to still be nose down to gain enough energy. But now this fight is going to be slightly drawn out. He's got the energy advantage here. I would also like to say, if you want to see your aircraft choice featured, the best way to go about it is obviously comment what aircraft you want. And if I think the choice of aircraft is interesting enough, I will pick it. Or if you guys decide a particular aircraft you want to see and you see it down in the comments, please go ahead and like that comment, because the one with the most likes I will most likely be flying. Anyway, moving on. We are still engaging that guy. Don't get a shot there. I have a teammate now to assist me. This only increases my confidence in this engagement. It's interesting how I was in between 2 aircraft and managed to get my way out of it, but this guy seems to be struggling slightly. Maybe he just doesn't have the awareness so far, like what's around him. You know, maybe he's only focusing on 1 aircraft. He does a slightly cool maneuver there, but he doesn't force an overshoot from me. Looks like he's going to hit the deck now. I'm following him. If I was closer and closing in faster, that would have been a prime time to force an overshoot. But because I was going about the same speed as him, like, it's basically impossible. Just because a guy's behind you doesn't mean you're going to overshoot. You need to visually see if he's getting closer and he's close to you in proximity. Teammate now swoops in. I think he gets a pilot snipe there. So yeah, fair play. Good teamwork overall as well. Now, to conclude with this video, I hope you guys have enjoyed this different style of content from me. You know, if you really want to see more content like this, where I'm flying your requested choices, just obviously comment down below if you like this video. You know, every sort of interaction, like, comment, anything, it goes a long way to help this channel. The future's looking good for Sim, I think, or just the way that the aircraft are evolving. It really seems to suit this dynamic of gameplay. The new update you've obviously seen. Expect more content like that with the new aircraft. And yeah guys, I'll see you soon. Take care.